Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to Pat Taste Performance Weekly Live. As you guys can see, the one that loves you, the one that cares about you most, the working bee, the backbone, is here on time, as always, for you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. It is a brisk 32 degrees here on Long Island. I am definitely not looking forward to marching out in the drive. I see where this is going. Go ahead.
I'm waiting till my friends are here.
You don't have any friends.
I have lots of friends. Hi, guys. Keep going, baby.
So it's a brisk 32 degrees here. I'm absolutely not looking forward to doing anything today. Usually it warms up. Do you know what today's high is going to be? It
is going to be a ripe 54.
This weekend, I'm going to be doing the suspension on the Honda, and I have to do the glow plug relay on the dually.
That's what I call a good time.
So I'm trying not to do small engines. I might squeeze in a snowblower here and there. Actually, you know what? I sold 2 snowblowers this week, so I have to move one into the ready line so I could put that up for sale to replace one of them that I sold. The other one that I sold a nice Toro for $800. I don't have anything to replace that. I tried replacing it yesterday. I went to go look at a snowblower, and what a hunk of crap. Wasn't what they made it out to be, and they didn't want to budge on their price. They said this machine is like new. So I said, your idea of like new and
that's like saying I'm 25.
Flat out. I said your idea of like new and my idea of like new are completely 2 different things. So if you guys are familiar with Troy-Bilts, they have the joystick shoot control. Well, that doesn't work, and you can pull the joystick all the way out the console. That's a very, very expensive.
Can you do that again? That reminds me of what I used to do. Anyone remember as a kid going on field trips and passing a truck driver? We used to all do that. So they'd honk their horn. They always did it when I did ask them to do it. Anyway, what a gun show.
So that is a very, very expensive
is looking so
repair.
Good on you.
I did try and look at what I can. I did see something missing, but in my mind, I couldn't pay the $400 that this guy wants. Right? Mm-hmm. Joystick shoe control doesn't work. Tires are flat. Skid shoes are destroyed. Scraper bars eaten up. We can refinish that, but that's none of his business. Skid shoes are cheap. That's none of his business. And of course, as local, we live on Long Island. The machine charges. None of his business that we know what to do. He said that he had the machine tuned up before he put it up for sale. You know what a tune-up means to him? He included a bag of oil. That's right. A bag of oil. He bought the Troy-Bilt oil. So that was the tune-up. He was going to give me the bag so I could tune it up. And and the light doesn't work. But the bulb, I could see the filament bouncing around in the bulb, but I didn't tell him that.
Because that's none of his
business.
That reminds me of a song. Who sings that song? Is that Salt and Pepper? There's a song, None of Your Business. Sorry, Miss Pate got that extra hour this morning of sleep. I am raring to go. Yeah, I'm not looking as pretty, Rick. This eye is still, we looking a little funky, but I'll show you guys in a moment. I'm waiting for a few more friends to come in the chat because you know what I want to do. Let's party.
No.
So, baby.
So yesterday was I don't care. Yesterday was my 36th birthday. I had work at 3 o'clock in the morning. I had to work the Amazon type gig. So I had to be up by 2. And then I didn't finish till like 7-ish at night. And I was in bed by 8:25. But then for some reason.
And then he woke us up again at 10:40.
At 10:40. I have no idea. I had to get up and I stayed up till around 2.
He's priming us for a baby.
I have no idea.
And then he woke us up again to come back into bed.
There's no rhyme or reason.
1-something.
And I'm mad because I knew how long of a day I worked. And then I'm like, I have to get so much stuff done this week. So, it's good. The Honda.
Yeah, Bold Eagle. I rock the cradle on this one. The missus Honda, is older.
The Honda, I'm lifting the rear
that's
2 inches. So that painful video I posted doing the rear quick struts, I have to take that all apart again. Hopefully, because I'm lifting it 2 inches, it makes aligning everything easier. If not, I'm going to be in for a wonderful time. And then in the front, I'm finally replacing the quick struts I bought last year that I did the rears. I just ran out of time in warm weather, and I have to do tie rod ends. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because the Honda needs tires, and I'm not going to spend all that money and my suspension be out of whack. And I'm doing different bolts and stuff. So that was pretty good.
We have a lot of friends here. Thomas has a great line to add to our song. We're going to hit it. And a 1 and a 2. Come on, boys and girls, let's hit it. Happy birthday to you. Our little mullet. Happy birthday to you. Let's party, folks. Happy birthday to our favorite bearded mullet. Happy birthday to you. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. Which some of you may deny. Which nobody can deny. We love you. All right, friends. Thank you for joining us today on this special live stream. For those of you who came by, oh, these are a bit much. Ooh, holy cow. For those of you who stopped by on the community post yesterday, sweating under those. Thank you so much for showing your love for my favorite guy. It means, if you think it means a lot to him, it means even more to me. I say to you all the time, this is more so his baby, this channel, than anyone else's. So when you come along and you show love for him, you make me the happiest girl on this side of the East Coast of the United States. So thank you so much for coming by, dropping your love, showing love for him. So that meant more to me than anything in the world. He did another circle around, one more year, and you know how precious that is to me. So whether he likes it or not, I'm celebrating him all weekend long. We already celebrated with his family just last weekend. I celebrated him again last night. You better believe I sang to him, even if it was just him and I last night. And thank you for singing again with us today. Let's jump in and say hi to your friends. Go for it.
Good morning, James. How are you? Nice and bright and early for you. What brings you here up so early?
First in the maybe setting the clocks back. This is a good thing for James. Good to see you. Party girl.
Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Bill, I may have rocked the cradle, my friend, by a number of years. But this girl, I can hang till about 8:30. KCB. I noticed you added KCB now to the zombie. That's awesome. I love it. Good morning, my love.
Good morning, Casey. Well,
happy birthday to you.
I saw your epic load. Looking forward to it. We just sold 2 lawn tractors back to back, 1 week apart. And she's asking me, are we getting another one?
Oh, why don't we bring that up? We'll save that for the chat. We'll see what folks are saying, especially our friends in this neck of the woods. Hooked on Classics. Great to have you here. Awesome.
She's been here before.
Yeah, no, I know she has. It's good to, you know, as you guys know,
it's early for her.
We have to kind of play around with some of our Friday night at 8:00, Saturday mornings at 8. I'm going to put it right out there. I personally like the Friday nights at 8:00. The Mr. plays with the morning time. I'm just a personal fan of the Friday nights, especially on the days that he has to work on a Saturday, not for himself. It just, then we get to have both of us. I think Friday nights are easier for everyone. Listen, I am downright dog tired on a Friday night. But you know, being with you guys, it's a nice way to end the week, I feel like, too. So we'll see. We'll be playing around with that as time goes on. Rob Jr., good morning. And
good morning, Rob. I got your text. So I got a bunch of text messages. So because I had work all day, and then when I came home, it was just me and her, and she's waiting for me all day. I just decided it was best to just do the 2 of us, and then I will respond to you guys on Facebook and Instagram and on my phone today and Sunday. Absolutely. So I don't think I didn't get your message. Yeah. I just think it wasn't fair to her. So as soon as I get home and she's waiting for me with cake and everything, and I'm like, hold up, and I'm just.
I had sparkle candles And I even like tried to put them in a heart on his cake. I mean, how do you make that weight? Right?
And then she wanted to hang out, and I'm like, I'm going to bed. It is
Yeah, I was like,
8:25.
what do you want? I was like, what do you want to do? He's like,
go to bed.
He's like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I woke up at 10:44. I don't know. I was like, she's like, everything okay? And I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
He's like, I took a nap. I'm good now.
I was planning on sleeping all night, and then my body got up at 10:44.
Yeah, I don't think these going in at 2 a.m. things are good for him personally.
I have to do it again on Monday.
I don't think it's not good for anyone's body clock to be doing those changes.
I played some thumbnail therapy.
We're working on his fine motor skills.
Yeah.
Beer to me. Good to have you.
Good morning. How
here.
are you? Hope all's well.
Aw, thank you, Hooked on Classics. Yeah. The day this guy was born, it was a good day. Thank goodness he's here. Tim, good to have you here. Good morning, honey. Excellent. I know it's early by you guys, right? Aw, Rick. Yes, I'm definitely feeling better.
And see, she feels better covering her eye. She wore an eye patch, like I said, the previous week. She still would be fine. But no, she just wants to define.
So we'll just get it out there. So basically where we're at, if you tell from the last slide, basically what was actually on my eye, it was like almost for lack of the medical terms, it was like a little like a skin covering over the ulcer. That came off this week, as yucky as that sounds. It was very painful. And now, unfortunately, the doctor hoped when that came off, there will be nothing underneath. Now we have an ulcer. And so now she's treating this not only with medicated drops, medicated ointments, internal antibiotics. This thing will not stop. And if anything, if I can explain it to you, it's almost like having an open wound. Even if a hair brushes by it, it's so painful. And so at night, what's happening is, in your sleep, you just go to rub your eye. So she does not actually want something covering it because she said, you just want it to breathe. I have until Saturday, this next Saturday, the 13th, for this thing to be gone. Otherwise, she will be surgically removing it. And we have a big event that later in the day. So most likely our next live will be Friday night because that's Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, my appointment. And she will be putting me in a patch.
We can't go live from the doctor's office?
She will not appreciate that, no. She's a very classy lady. So no, if she has to remove that, it'll be fine. I'll still be good to go. We have a very special man's event that day, his daddy. I will have to wear a patch, which will be fine. Of course, you guys know I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have anyone have to play with this eye. So keep your fingers crossed. This week, this thing hits the road. Get out of here. But good to have you here, Rick. DC Lawn Maintenance.
Get out of here. So a duck blind is for those that obviously know that he is an avid hunter, but a duck blind is, are you in a boat?
Cool.
And you're in a duck blind, or are you on land in a duck blind? Because I know there's two different types from what I understand.
Very neat. Quack.
And how do you like your duck? Just out of curiosity.
We actually, funny tidbit, we offered duck at our wedding. And the dentist I used to work for ordered it. I heard it was delicious. Bald Eagle, my love, you're one of our favorite subscribers too. We have many. We love you. Twisted. Good to have you both here. Thank you so much, Mark and Sandy. Excellent.
Morning, hey guys. Long time no see, no chat.
Yeah.
We pop in here and out. We've just been, it's a terrible excuse, but we've just been rip-roaring busy. And what's jamming us up is just stuff at the house. We've had a lot of things go on here. Nothing crazy. We've shared most of it. Nothing detrimental, but it's just been pulling our free time and some of our resources away, and we're doing nice. It just kills me to take stuff out. I like when I put stuff in. When I take stuff out, it's a whole different ball game. Unless it's like for the trucks or something like that, that's a different story. But when it's like little things, I wouldn't say little. We have to do a new microwave,
and not the kind of microwave, remember back in the day, your younger years where it was like, you need a new microwave, let's hit up Walmart, Target. $50, $99. Now, you know, when you're a grown up, you know, like we had to have this beautiful convection over the range microwave. We got 8 years out of this. Now you walk in and they're like 700, 1100, 50. And you're like, where was that guy that I got like back in the day for like $50? They don't even like make this kind of stuff anymore. They're
And
like, you can't put that over your stove.
I'll be honest with you. I tried looking for one secondhand, and you know, with microwaves, they have to be a certain
buddy over here.
Certain measurement. So
Papa Big Buck sends me a Viking for 1900. And he goes, I only want the buttons on the top, Mama. So I'm like, I walk into the place we always go to. If you're here on Long Island, Bill Martini, you know this place. Plesser's on Long Island, hands down, will beat any big box competitor, any small box competitor, anybody by almost $200 and 10% off that additionally. They're phenomenal. Everything we own is from them. And they're getting what we need by today. We're not waiting for anything. So they're great. But I will say, so I walk in there and I did my research, but I didn't know about the buttons on the top for these convection microwaves. And I go in and she goes, oh no, Mrs. Pate, those are for the microwave drawers. So I said to him, all right, love, are we cutting into cabinets now? And he goes, what do you mean? What's a microwave drawer? You know, so he got an education. And I got to be honest with you. I looked at the Viking, the overhead range one, and the overhead range one was 2,100, and it's only 1.2 cubic units. I mean, we're talking like, you know, like you go to Japan and everything is like micro size. Like you can't even fit like, you know, like a cover for the plate that you're reheating. Like, I don't know who's microwaving anything in this thing. I mean, it was minute. We had a beautiful Electrolux that lasted about 8 years. Electrolux, as you know, got taken over by Frigidaire, same company. Phenomenal. I mean, I know he believes 8 years was not enough, but right now it seems like most appliances you're getting about 8 or 9 years out of. If you do all your research, that's about what you're going to get.
So I was tempted to fix it. Our control panel where you hit the buttons is no good. So I did my did my due diligence research, right? We could fix snowblowers and all this nonsense. We could try and fix our microwave, right? We did plumbing in the house. We've done electrical work in the house. We've done roof work on the house. You know, these are little things that we could do starting with something like this. It gives you the confidence to do something else. So I believe, and this is what I've seen, is that our oven is obviously underneath. And when she cooks, the steam comes up and it starts to deteriorate and do its damage to all the electronics right underneath it. So that's why when I sent her the Viking microwave, the electronics were on top. So that steam has to go really, really far to the point where it's probably not going to get there at all. Mm-hmm. So I don't mind spending a little bit more if we have a better chance of a great return on investment. So that keypad was $150, and I'm like, wow, that is a really, really expensive part if I misdiagnose it. And once you get into electronics and stuff like that, once you install it, you cannot return it. They can only swap out for another part.
Panel that works, yeah.
Yeah. So if I misdiagnose it, I'm out $125, and I still have a microwave that has a crappy keypad. My electrical skills, as you guys know, I'm very transparent, is not the strongest. And I felt that was something I just did not want to risk. I'm like, let's just get another one. Plus, she knows I really want to get a new oven since I found that nice little hack. I want to get a new oven. But we'll see where that goes.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Moving on.
Oh, and they said if your keypads are on the door, they say that also slamming your door, which I don't believe any of us slam our door.
It's just normal wear and tear.
Closing. Yeah. They're saying that separates stuff too. And I'm like, so between that and the steam.
This time around, we're going on the side panel. But any of the research that you do, even where we bought at Plesser's, they said they highly recommend going on the side panel, not the door anymore. They have the greatest number of warranties out are on the door, not the side panel. So, we'll see. We'll see how We have other Bosch products in our house. The reviews were phenomenal on the Bosch 800. That's what we're going for this time around.
Think about it. This year we had what? We had the gutters,
the washer, and the microwave. We're right. February makes 9 years in the house.
What?
Yeah, because we're married 9 years in August.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Timmy, it's his birthday, baby. The missus is coming up soon. We're like almost a month apart. I'm December 3rd. He's November 5th. We're all like around this holiday time. It's a nice time of the year. It really, really is. Mondo Mowers, it's great to have you here. Good morning, honey. Busy, I'm sure. Yes, he is a pup. Aging like a fine wine.
Now, Mondo, refresh my memory. Did you quit your full-time job to do Mondo Mowers? You did? Okay. Because I seen your post on Instagram this week that you were a $3 part cost so much, and I'm like, I like that. But I was just curious because that was a heavy-duty machine right there. So I was just curious if are you two-jobbing it or you're just down to the one?
Yeah. Roger McDonald, good morning, sweetheart. Always
Roger,
good to have you here. Ha! Happy birthday, Jason. You live in a zoo. You smell like a monkey. And you look like one, too.
I don't remember that.
Of
course, that's how children think. Thank you, Thomas, for letting everybody here know you're a child.
Oh, Thomas, I love you. How's work going? And how's Thomas is like beyond two-jobbing it, working hard around the clock. Jamie O, good morning. Good to have you here
Dapper,
as always.
Jamie O.
Dapper, handsome, charming, Jamie O. Aw, Mando, thank you. We love you. Good to have you here. James, look at you. Everybody loving on you. I love it. Aw, happy birthday and many more. Aw, Twisted.
Thank you, Mark and Sandy.
Aw, look at you. Everybody loving on you. I think Christine's been hitting the bottle early. Maybe.
She doesn't.
Maybe not. Actually, I don't. This is just
boring.
Just pure life right here. Aw, I filled you in on the eye. Thank you for asking. Let's see here. Oh, Jason Summers.
Mr. Summers, thank you so much.
Aw, that was very sweet of you. Yeah, no, I am a one Malibu Bay Breeze kind of girl, and I will gingerly sip on her. And yes, what, honey? Oh, who's twinning it with us?
That's Rick. His wife sent me this.
Oh, we're gonna be twins. That's phenomenal. Oh, I love it. Yes, the missus is your designated drive home. The missus is your I will hold your jacket at the bottom of an amusement park ride. The missus is your I'm your hype crowd. But I'm really not a heavy duty. True. No, not me. I'm really not. James says, I was up late picking up a generator. I've already taken care of the kids. That's a good way to go.
So how about this? What is late for Mr. Condon?
Yeah.
And how are you doing with I haven't been sending you anything because I haven't been finding anything. So generators, I know James is absolutely more than generators. I want to get this very, very, very clear. Even though he is Don, the generator king, he's absolutely larger than that. Generators here have not been popping up for good deals. I mean, I'm getting beat up Hondas, the Suitcate ones, the 200, 300Is. I mean, absolutely destroyed. They look like they lived a very rough life in a boat, and they still want like $800 or $900. Even the off-brand generators, not doing it. I think I might be being a little kind of picky because the key start is where it's at when it comes to generators. So I'm being a little picky when it comes to them. I'm trying to find ones, with key start for myself. Ever since we had that crazy storm, I put up 2 key start generators, and they were out the door for very, very good money. One of them we sold for, I think it was either just as much or a little bit more than what it cost brand new, but it also came, with a few extras. So, I'm trying to, ride that line, because with us, generators don't sell unless there is a storm coming or it's already here, or we get lucky and somebody is just looking or wanting.
Offshores, there's something brewing.
Yeah. So I mean, we've been trying to say this for quite some time. They were trying to keep 3 to 4 generators in stock just in case whatever happens.
They're easy to store for the most part.
We're just not getting anything.
Yeah.
We can't find nothing. And it is what it is. When it happens, it happens. I mean, there's definitely a lot more people in the game here now. I think Rob could attest for that. So I don't know if they're doing the generators as well, but there's a couple of us out there that are just like me, that are willing to get generators, buy and hold them for that particular time and call it a day. It just, you can bank on maybe at least once a year potentially get a crazy storm, but it's a hard pill to swallow and hold for some time. Compared to snow, you're at least getting it once a year, and people will pop. And I wouldn't say people will buy base. I wouldn't say the word fear, but they will buy on the pretense that, listen, I know we're going to get snow. Shoveling snow sucks, so let me just get this done early. And I think that's been our recipe to success. Every snowblower I sold, they said, I'm not shoveling this year compared to last year. I feel this year it's getting colder earlier.
Yes.
And like I said, our Lowe's, I was at Lowe's yesterday. They're still sold out of Arian compact 24s. None on display and none on the shelf. I've heard down the pipeline that Arians and other manufacturers, well, how about this? Arians would probably be this only one that this applies to. Arians is having supply chain issues because they can't get motors. They have machines ready to go, but they can't deliver and ship them out because their motors are somewhere out in the sea floating on a cargo ship. And for whatever reason that we can't control, they're not being brought to us for them to put on machines. So,
Brandon.
Yeah. So that's going to be very, 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 very different. That's something to keep in mind, guys, for you guys that do what we do, or if you're looking for something, there's this big whole thing that one snowblower is superior to other. That is true. But in the end, it comes down to that having a snowblower beats shoveling.
Yes.
So please keep that in mind. If you're holding out for a supreme machine, absolutely. But maybe just like we have done in the past and over time, you need to loosen up potentially your budget and expectations because it's going to get tough out there. It really, really is.
Okay. Casey says it's going to take a couple days to get everything moved. Some is probably going straight to the scrap.
Okay, because I know I don't want to, I know you got hit with a little something. So I just know sometimes when that happens, you have to be a little bit extra careful because now you're on the radar. So
stink.
Yeah.
Rick says Friday night. Rick, I'm on your side.
So yesterday she pretends like, do you want to do a birthday live Friday? And I'm like, no, I could not.
Well, let's just say he wouldn't have been up for the birthday live.
No. Pull out the chair.
Jason happens, you get old, you take cat naps during the day. You know what? He's actually pretty good. I will say this, 2 things. I personally, and I've said this to him before, I think his days of going in at this 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning shift, I just don't think it's good for him anymore. I try to share with him, listen, I used to, believe it or not, we're talking over 20 years ago.
Hey, how do we go from talking about me to talking about you?
A comparison, honey.
Oh.
I used to do 11 at night to 7 in the morning. And then when I started, up in my career more, then I went, obviously to a typical daytime shift. It's really hard on the body to do this, adjusting, going in at 5, going in at 1 in the morning, going in at 2. And then you get to a certain point, where your body just can't handle the fluctuation. And I just don't think, I think he's got his rhythm at his schedule that he's at, these sometimes going in at 2 or 3, it's just not good. It's just not good on the body. He's got a schedule. He needs to stick to it. If you have to wear an eye patch, pirate mode is essential.
Listen, I've been trying to get her
because
it was Halloween.
Would love it, I'm sure.
I'm like, it's Halloween. Just be a pirate. You could definitely pass this off that you're a pirate. That's it.
Yeah.
No, she didn't want to do that. I didn't even have to go around to a certain medical store. They had those pop-up Halloween stores.
I would not need one from the medical store the doctor's providing if I necessarily need it. Rick says Samsung was $1,100. Yeah. So basically, you had your bottom of the mill convection ovens that started at about 400, and they went up to the Viking. The Viking was the most expensive.
But the Viking I wanted because the panel's on top.
Which actually wasn't the most expensive Viking. The one that we would need over the range, we were looking at out the door is going to be about 2,700 or so. To me, for the size, no. You know what it is when we're cranking out on the holidays, like Christmas or a Thanksgiving, that convection mode comes in handy, and we're belting out in the oven, we're belting out in the microwave. So at the end of the day, I want that space, that cubic unit space, and there's just no way we're not going less than a 1.8. So 1.2 is like minute. Someone at work brought up to me the other day, which is obviously once, the garage is taken care of and the exterior, when we do that, someone mentioned to me, because in our kitchen, we have a wall of like pantry space, which I do love. Don't get me wrong. It connects our sitting room with our kitchen, but her relative has something similar. And they broke that down in half, and they have like a gas fireplace, and on the other side is another oven. And it looks almost like our house, like it was meant for our house. So that gives them a second oven. And then we literally wouldn't need a fireplace like we have in our sitting room, because it's also a fireplace. It was really cool. And that's actually something I should have had her send me a picture so I could show him, because I think he would really be into something like that too, because you not only then see the fireplace in the kitchen and the sitting room, but it's also a gas oven. And it was like phenomenal. So I'm like, wow, multi-purpose, beautiful, fits our design already. So something to consider, because after we finish the garage and outside, I do want to attack the cabinetry and also the first floor bathroom. It's just not my personal preference, the design, but the layout is exactly what I love. So I wouldn't change that for anything. Casey B says ours was $50. Casey, I think it's sitting out in our garage now. And the thing is, when we go to plug it in, like it sparks. So I don't know if it's just like a non-compliance issue or what it is, but dude, the first one I ever had was like maybe $30-$40. Like, I think now, I don't know, like if it's just, obviously now they're over the range, they're convection, they're all the things, but like, when did microwaves get so inflated? Like, I don't get it. I truly do not get it. I don't understand. Yes, Jonathan, a microwave per se. When did a microwave per se become so inflated? Mended Man, good morning. Well done getting to 5K. I just passed 1K myself. Congratulations on such a wonderful accomplishment. I gotta say, there is nothing harder than that first 1,000. So fantastic achievement. That's phenomenal.
Congratulations.
That's wonderful.
I'll sit there and say this, but I think from personal experience, this is not us knowing. Once you reach that 1K mark, I feel like YouTube puts you in a different class, and they get you up as like preferred video when people look for certain things, and I feel like the subs come a lot quicker if you're looking for that. So yeah. Congratulations. Hopefully it all pays off. And thank you so much for the 5K on our part, but honestly, thank you for helping us. And as we said last week, thank all of you for that. That's not us. Yeah, Pat-based performance is nothing without you guys. I say this all the time, because remember, our channel is more a how-to and a self-improvement channel. So when we do well, you guys are doing well too, because I say this all the time. I says, if you're willing to learn, I'm willing to teach. Because when you learn something new, you get the ability to teach something new. That's why there's no super chats, no nothing. Invest in yourself, because no one's going to take better care of you. As you guys could see, we got to take care of ourselves a lot lately. So you gotta have that little bit of rainy day, Yeah, so that's what that's what we're all about. So I can't say this more than enough. It means nothing. Honest to God, the happiest that we can ever be is when we know that you're doing something to take care of yourself, so that when something pops up, you got a little extra in the cash fund. And like I said, you guys were great our last live. Okay, like I said, this week has been a little hunky-dory with us. Past 2 weeks been hunky-dory with us. I always ask that I show you guys my projects. I love to see what you guys are working on. And boy, did I get a lot of stuff. So you guys have to give me some time to respond through all that and go over that. I'm extremely overwhelmed. I'm not sure if I want to do something where I just do a dedicated video with some of your projects, or I just throw one of you guys in there and highlight it. Because remember, I show you everything I work on and make everything public. So what you guys send me will be public too. And I won't do anything to embarrass you. That's not what, what we're going around here. No. We've had some good things. I met a couple of really nice people our last live that we had. They needed some help. And I'm like, let's just do a little live stream and let me help you. I've helped a couple of people fix their machines. It was great. And, that's what, it's all about. That's why I can't, stress this more than enough that, Pate's Performance is just bigger than, who and I, we don't, some channels, they'll charge for stuff like that. We don't charge, it's simple things. I'll help you as best as I can, as far as you're willing to take it. Yeah. And also it's easier for me, instead of you typing me and sending me stuff and me trying to help you just jump together on a video, and right when you're in the machine, we'll go start to finish. As I'm working on something, you're working on something, and we'll make something happen. I actually really enjoy that to a certain extent. If I know how to film that on my phone, I would, and I would share it with you guys, because I think it's a really awesome experience when you take someone who has never fixed anything or never even thought they could fix something, and they fix it. And if you ever see the look on their face, and it's priceless, they do a little happy dance, it's a different feeling that you, after a while, you don't get anymore to a certain extent. So that is why I enjoy doing stuff like that, for sure.
Henry Morawski, good morning, honey.
Good morning, Henry. So I remember Ken was speaking to her about, your snowblower. And I know you are very, very accomplished. So that Toro Power Max that you're complaining about, so is it clogging up and no snow is being emitted out of the chute? Or is it clogging up and snow isn't being thrown out to your expectations that it should? Because the whole premise of it is the machine is not supposed to clog up, right? If you get that heavy snow, right? If it's really, really, really heavy, it's going to come out like a snow cone machine, where it's not flying out the machine like chucking it 10, 20, 30, 40 feet. It is just literally going to come out like a cylinder, like the cylinder of the chute. That's what it's going to come out, and it's going to fall over. If your Toro Power Max is doing that, then it's doing its job. Once it reaches lighter snow, that lighter snow, after a while, should push that heavier snow out, and you should be going back into letting it fly. If it's not...
Oh, no. He said the snowblower has gone out in the dump.
Oh, he threw it.
Henry! No! Is it gone already, honey?
I know you said you wanted to put it out to the dump. I didn't know. All right, so how about this? All right, so if you have a Toro Power Max, okay? Toro Power Max technology is the machine is not supposed to clog up. They have a patent on that. That is, you guys know me. I don't care what type of snowblower you have. Modify the impeller. I don't care if it doesn't clog up. You don't have any issues clogging up.
It's gone already.
I like Tim Allen. Power Tools. That's me. I grew up watching Tim Allen. I grew up watching, Tool Time with Tim Taylor. Okay. As you guys know, I'm obsessed with throwing snow. That's why I don't have that crazy, snowblower out there. Right. I don't know why. I like that. Right. And also, right. Someone came up in a question. Do you use your snowblower in 4 inches or less? Yes. You guys seen it? I've used my snowblower in 4 inches. I did a video on my SnowTech 24 in 4 inches or less. Actually, if you guys remember, I got up, I'm moving field goals, but let's go back. I got up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning to blow snow because it was going to melt later on in the day. So that's how early I got up, because I wanted to use it. So you need to modify the impeller on every machine you get. I do not do it on the Toro Power Max, because they do not have a trouble with clogging up. they have a patent on that hump, on their auger bucket. Excuse me. That is a patent that they have. Nobody else can mimic it. Okay. I don't know I do not know the science around it, but I believe in that bucket is that the snow gets clogged in your machine because there is a space between your auger housing and the impeller. With that opening in the auger housing, instead of the snow sitting there, it gets pushed out to the side, and it doesn't give the opportunity for the snow to build up. So that's how I feel it works. That's what I think it is. I am not a rocket scientist, but that's just me thinking from what I know, and maybe using a little bit of common sense and Darwinism. That's how it works. Okay, I do not modify the impeller on the Toro because of that. And also that opening, I mean, where's the flap going to run to? Because that opening is literally right before the chute opening. Now, as you guys know, part of the impeller modification is that here we'll use this tissue, is that the impeller is straight, right? Your flap. But as you go around, your mud flap starts to bend and arc. And once it gets towards the chute, it opens up and it's like a spring and flings the snow because it's going from arced to open. So that's why you get your excessive throwing distance because of that. My suggestion is, if you are not happy with that, make sure your auger belt is in great shape, nice and tight. And then your last resort is to modify an impeller. I have never modified a Toro PowerMax impeller. I did have a Toro PowerMax for sale, and I didn't even think about modifying the impeller on it because of that. Maybe I will do one for you guys on a video and maybe hold on to it for some R&D. We shall see. There is absolutely no promises. I cannot control what goes on. I already made a bad purchase. Was it 2 weeks ago or last week? That's going to be coming out on the channel. I bought this snowblower to save this lady's life. And a little bit of mine too, but she didn't want to know that. And when you guys will see that video, you guys will be like, holy crap, what were you thinking? And I will explain that to you. Yeah. So if you have a Toro PowerMax, let me know. If you guys in here have a Toro PowerMax besides Henry, let me know. Aww. And Henry, I know you are accomplished, but let me know what steps you take and what were the results. Took.
Tim, if you want, of course you're always able to, honey. We don't have one yet. That's always something that we keep talking about, sensitive subject over here, but sure, honey.
So when we were on vacation,
that was a hydro pump from a right sander leaking from the shaft seal.
Woo.
Oh, I'm guessing expensive repair.
Yep.
David, thank you so much. When you guys are multitasking and fitting us in the process,
speaking of Tool Man Taylor, there comes Dave. Tate, are you still working at the tool place? I don't want to say company you work for because that's not.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Thomas. Okay, actually just have one job now. CVS lost all my hiring paperwork and they have not called me back yet. So interesting story about the missus. Back in the days, I was actually a pharmacy technician. I worked in the pharmacy. And I got to tell you, Thomas, that is not uncommon for that company. So, but I will say, Thomas, I wouldn't lose hope on them because they're actually a pretty decent company to work for. Ken says, morning all, happy birthday, Jason. Mine was 11/3. Well, you know what that means.
Oh my God, are you really?
Oh, Kenny, baby. Are you ready? Happy birthday to you. Oh, Ken. Happy birthday to you, my Kenny baby. Happy birthday, dear Ken in Connecticut, who's going to move in soon. Happy birthday to my Kenny. Ken, I hope it was phenomenal. And we can't
November
wait to have
is a stellar month
soon.
for birthdays. November is a stellar. It was a good day for society. November is a good month for society.
Aw, a lot of good boys that month.
And girls.
Aw, all righty. Let's see here. Yes, happy belated birthday, Kenny. Let's see here. Yes, happy belated to Kenny. Let's see here. A lot of Kenny birthdays. Good job.
Oh my God, he's cutting the. Go back up. So he said he's cutting the grass and leaves. Our neighbors.
I was at mom's doing her grass and leaves before dark.
Our neighbors have a canary if you were cutting your grass at this time in the morning.
No, he was doing it before dark.
Oh, it was last night?
Can you read, honey? Let's work on reading. I was at mom's. Use your pointer finger. And leaves before dark. At 36, we're working on one-to-one correspondence. Happy birthday, Ken. Get some thumbs up. Thank you. Bears Spares. See, he's a Friday night guy. I'm trying.
No,
Bears
he works on Friday night.
No, he voted for Fridays last week. Sorry, we got this stick in the mud over here. Me too, Bears Spares. Good morning, honey. Good to have you here. Thank you. Kenny says, I did third shift 10 years ago for 3 years. Still haven't gotten back in my sleep routine. Yeah, it's awful. When you got to do that overnight or that third shift, he's had some really wicked shifts. And then he's been good for a while, like on this morning shift. And then every now and then he'll get this 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to go in. He doesn't want to believe it. I'm like, bud, you get to a certain point where like your body just can't handle that like change. But he's got this 19-year-old mentality still where he's like, I can do it. And then he's dragging for 3 days afterwards. I'm like, okay, tough guy. You keep saying you can do it.
Life doesn't give me the opportunity to drag.
Oh, okay, Tiger Lee. Okay. Night shifts are horrible. I did 10 p.m. to 7 for 5 years, shattered me. Yeah. I used to do what before I started my career. The same
exact shift I used to work.
I used to do 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Then I used to then go from my 7 a.m. shift, shower, and go right to a 9 to 6. Come home, take a nap, eat something, and go right to 11 p.m. I worked 2 jobs. I did that for like 6 years. It was awful. So when I started my career, it was like, whew, loved it. But now I mean, we go around the clock as it is right now. I mean, this whole thing brought about the doctor saying I need to definitely cut back on hours. So I'm working on it. Got a few goals I need to achieve right now first. And then I really got to slim back a little bit in certain areas. Rick says, you're right, Jason, the motors on the boats, they are keeping them to run boats. Boats running. Yeah, yes, not the Arians, yeah. Mark says, good morning to all. Yes. Good morning to you too. Night shifts are awesome. I sleep better in the daytime and I don't worry. I'm not a vampire. When he worked nights, he couldn't sleep during the day. So he would sit there and he would do then more work during the day. And it was like he would get these little
work
pockets.
On the house.
Yeah, he would get little pockets of sleep and barely sleep. Roger said, I worked a third shift for 6 years. It's hard on you because your brain knows you're supposed to rest at night. Yeah. And then we tried blackout curtains and, all the things. Nothing ever gets you adjusted, Christopher Shelley, good to have you here.
Good morning, how are you, Bulls? Well, getting a little cold for you, so I wonder what you're going to get yourself into.
Mm-hmm. Well, look at what we have here. My lovely Audi TT driver, Scott Keller. How are you, sweetheart? Did you paddle your youth for his birthday? I was waiting for you to do it, Scott.
That's old people talk. What's that mean?
Oh, stop it. Danny Turner, did not realize you guys were on. Wife got me decorating the house. What a good woman. I love it.
We decorating for what?
Well, Thanksgiving, maybe. Or maybe she decorates early for Christmas. I don't know. So here's the thing. I am in a position right now. I was just talking to my sister-in-law yesterday. So right now we're decorated for fall, including Thanksgiving. If we're not going to have Thanksgiving here, I may start breaking out early for Christmas. But if we are doing Thanksgiving here, I'll leave this all up till Thanksgiving. And I'm like the day after Thanksgiving, all this comes down and we're starting for Christmas. Because it takes a while to get this house ready for Christmas. Because, I got trees galore. Just all the decorating takes time, but we've got to get our real, because we have multiple trees in the house that we do put up. Trees are my thing, but we cannot snooze on the real tree this year. For those of you who've been with us for a long time, oh my gosh, the tree's been a journey. And I am not even joking. This man and I will be Clark Griswold and his wife this year. I will make him go out with a chainsaw and we will cut down a tree if we do not find a decent tree this year. It has just been like maybe 3 years of some really stinky trees, And I'm not going to have a stinky tree again this year. Mark says, yes, Jason, got the heater on in the shed. All good. Thanks. Hope you and your family are well. Well, thank you so much. And we are doing well, knock on wood, thank God. Had a few things going on in the family this week. Thank God, positive thinking. All seems to be going in a great direction. Next Saturday, I have my appointment in the morning. God willing, all is, knock on wood, going to be in a good place. His father's birthday is next Saturday. We're going to celebrate a great man in a special way. So yes, Mark, I think all is going in a great place. Thank
Remember,
God.
whatever happens one day, you have the opportunity to change it so you can move on, right? Nothing is permanent, and every day is a new opportunity. So I know we've been saying going through a lot, doing everything, still have smiles on our face and taking it in stride.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Nothing that we're going through, and nothing that for the most part you're going through is permanent.
Let me ask you this question. What's your choice? What is the other choice? Right?
Very true.
What is the other choice?
Yes.
You pity party?
Yes.
You can't.
Yes.
That brings you nothing. One of my favorite Long Island families, Paul, I saw your Instagram finally with your fall pictures of your fall outing earlier in the month of October. Oh, I could just eat the cheeks off of those two babies. They're so delicious. And I cannot, for the life of me, get over. Your two littles are like spitting images of each of you and your wife, like delicious times 50. The two most beautiful souls had the two most delicious babies I could ever imagine. Like, I hope you are enjoying this month and all the festivities coming up. Thank you so much for your birthday wishes for this handsome, delicious munchkin over here. Let's see. Oh, just me sat in a flat in a sleeping bag, keeping warm, no heating on in my flatmate. So
you're probably self-heating. You're releasing gases. You're self-heating.
Oh, you're so gross.
When my body gets cold, it creates its own heat.
Jason, I've got no heating as my oil has been nicked. Oh no, love bug. Oh, I hope that takes a turn for you. Guys and gals.
In the UK, I mean, I really want to talk, but listen, in the US, because whatever the heck you want going on.
Yeah.
Because of what's going on, they have set up some rules and regulations that can't happen because, a lot of people are out of work. Even though here in the US, everywhere you go, they're hiring. Regardless, that's what I want to go. But anyway, I'm surprised in the UK they're letting that happen to you guys because you guys are actually on lockdown. You guys can't help that. So that's crazy, man. That's sad.
Yeah, guys and girls, you know how the mister was just saying, like, every day is a brand new day, a brand new start.
Keep the faith.
Yes. I remember I said, you've got no other choice than the next day being a brand new one. And here's what I mean by that. The next day has to be a brand new start, a brand new day. You are so fortunate if you wake up every day. And I don't care if it's a job that you can't stand going to, if there's things about it that you don't love, it's still a job. I don't care if there's things about that house that you don't love right now. You can change things about that house at some point, but guess what? It's a roof over your head. I don't care if that meal that was put down on the table ain't your favorite meal. It's still food in your stomach. I don't care if you had words with the person that you love. You can always turn around and you can apologize and you can make that day a better day. The bottom line is you have your health, you're breathing, a roof over your head, clothes on your back, a way to make some money. There's people out there that will always have it far worse than we have it. So make every day the best day that you can make it. If you think about some of the things that every day we sit here and woe is me about, I don't have this, I don't have that, I wish I had that. It's a wish list. We all have it. You shouldn't feel bad that you do. You should have it. Wish lists keep you going. Wish lists are things that keep you motivated, right? But at the end of the day, please always keep your wish lists in perspective, because there's always going to be someone that it's not a wish list, it's a need list. There's people that don't have the things they actually need. So you know what? Every day I wake up and I say to myself, boy, oh boy, there's things on my wish list, but I have, thank God, the things that I need. So just keep that in mind every day. When you sit there and pity party, do you have the things you need? Because there's people who don't.
Speaking about things you need, okay, I had to use Bear Spares this past week. I needed a rare part. And guess who had it? Bear Spares. For you guys now, more than ever, we are essential and needed, right? People are going to depend on people like us to maintain their machines because they can't get any new ones. And they're going to depend on us to sell them machines because they can't get any.
Yeah.
Bear Spares helped me out in an extreme, dire need for this customer.
Small shop.
I had the part in like 2 days. That's just the way it works out. Some days it's not like that. Some days it is. I can't stress this more than enough. I will be having a video coming out at a certain time. We talked about I'm going to be doing a video series of good customer service and people I have great experiences with and companies I have great experiences with. And I want to share them with you guys because I believe people need to promote positivity instead of everybody's being so negative.
Absolutely.
Okay. More than now than ever, if you guys are looking for used snowblower parts, you guys need to look up Bear Spares. Like I said, I will be having a video out. He is here in the chat. You have to go through it.
Bear Spares.
If you can't catch up to it, let me know and I'll drop some information for him now for you.
Has he ever told you how we can share, how they can get a hold of him?
Yes.
Okay.
So it'd be through his email and his eBay storage. I was told not to give out his phone number, which I understand.
Yeah, totally understand.
But keep that in mind. I mean, he saved me tenfold. I needed something, and he had it. And he kept this going. And because he did me such a solid, I didn't need to make money on this, but he gave it at a price point where I was able to make some money on it. With certain things I'm okay with. You know, you can't make money on everything that you do. It's like this guy just didn't drop off the repair just for this. He was here for a tune-up and for a repair. And he helped me with the repair because, you know, what am I supposed to do when the part's not available? If I can't get the part, what's the whole point in doing a tune-up? So definitely helped me out in a pinch and a solid. So I can't thank him more than enough.
Okay. Well, looky who it is. Mowers and Blowers Outdone, Rich. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Oh, look who it is. Dat guy.
So that was one of the guys we were speaking about earlier on in the day.
Says, Jason and Henry taught me everything I know about small engines. Thanks for the quick and dirty tip. Dat guy, when he talks about Jason helping him, what Jason did for him this week was Jason and that guy, I heard that guy's voice in my house this week. And Jason was teaching that guy.
So we were
Does he have a name?
So we were doing an Instagram live session where I was helping him repair a snowblower. He did a great job to a certain point, and then we got on the phone together. He got a snowblower with a frozen, locked-up engine. He unfroze it, and his issue was getting it running, and we got it running. Now, we were talking about earlier before how we don't talk about sending us stuff. No super chats, no Amazon wish list. And every description of my video, I put up a little list of tools that you guys should be buying and using. So instead of sending us money, that guy was able to purchase the jetting tip for the carburetors and the micro drill bit set for the idle jet circuits that we do. So that's what it's all about. Yeah. So fantastic.
James Condon wants to know, does Bear Spares do generator parts?
Excellent question. Excellent question. He does snow blowers. I've asked him about lawnmower parts, and he said no. He sticks to the snowblowers, mostly older, but it wouldn't hurt you to reach out to Rob, that's his name is Rob, and see if you guys could develop some sort of relationship, because Rob is a better person than me. Rob will buy machines running and part them out. There's more value to him in his area for parts than there is in just selling it as a whole. So if you guys could develop a relationship, and there may be some parts that you're looking for, frequent flyers, and some price points that you guys could agree to, because I'm sure this is a new endeavor for him as well. I mean, I wouldn't hurt. Rob's a great guy. James, if you want, I'll send you a text message, and we'll go from there. But excellent question. If you guys could develop a relationship, that would be great, because I know generators, they come and go, and there are lots of hard parts to get. And who knows, within his area, maybe he can get some stuff for you too as well on the cheap.
Fun things to do with Tech Sparky.
Good morning. How are you?
How are you?
I'm glad to see you're still doing the DJ thing.
We have here Toro patented snow cones.
Yes. Yes, Toro junk.
Snoopy's RC.
Please help. What happened?
What happened, love bug? Ken, small engine repair. He loves his Toro 521 Tecumseh baby.
We love our Predator swaps Toro too.
James Hughes says, afternoon, all. Jason Hughes. Good morning to you. Hey Jason, as it's your birthday, what fantastic presents did you receive off the lady? What's the mister's favorite thing to buy?
Cryptocurrency. Well, cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency. Is there anything else?
For a later date and time.
Is there anything else the man loves to buy? Let's see here. Moving along, making sure I didn't miss anyone. Cruising. Jason, did the Arian's key job guy ever contact you after you grabbed it?
No, absolutely not.
Good question. Interesting.
And even if he did, I would probably ignore him, or I would school him on a lesson of etiquette. So probably when I did that video, I seen like one guy had a salty comment, which is fine. I had to correct him.
There's always one.
When he called me and when he said, hey, are you the guy who does small engine repair? I said that in my head, like, hey, yeah, well, like, people put my number down numerous times, then that's me. Anyway, I don't understand. I can't comprehend of why he would talk to me that way, that he didn't want to take, I don't know, how long could his driveway? His driveway wasn't even that long. 5 minutes of his time to get dressed. If he got undressed, throw on clothes. All he had to do was move that snowblower off the curb and put it in his driveway to a certain distance where people won't go there, and take it and pass it off as being junk and free. Off the curb, off the driveway apron, tuck it in the corner, and I will come there and get it when I am done. As you guys know, my time is limited. Daylight hours are getting shorter. So I have to definitely make use of what little time I have to get done. I am not going to drop anything and everything at this point in stage of what's going on here to go run and pick up your machine. I can pick up your machine technically at any time. I could pick it up in the morning on the way to work. I could pick it up going on the way home from work. I could pick it up when I'm going to pick up another machine. I could pick it up when I'm delivering a machine.
When you're done working at the end of the evening.
I try and set something up like that. Like the other day, I had to pick up a snowblower for repair. I schedule it where I delivered a snowblower, and then I went this way and I picked up a snowblower. That's the whole part of being, business sense and business savvy, right? If you could people like me, and I don't care what you do, you should be always trying to find ways to create more time and maximize your time.
Well, you can't create more time, so you need to maximize it.
Yeah. So that's what I was trying to do with him. And he expected me that I was going to stop what I was doing dead to rights go pick up his
As
snowblower
if he was somebody.
and pray that it was still there.
No,
So now
you.
let's just say if I went there and his snowblower wasn't there, and I call him back and say, hey man, listen, your snowblower's not here. You owe me $25.
He's not paying that.
At minimum, or whatever his pickup and delivery fee is. He didn't give me his address, but his address would have qualified for $25 pickup and delivery. He's going to say, screw you. So I'm not going to do it. But you hung up on me. You said it's after the curb. It's free. Now I will drop what I'm doing and I will go pick up a free snowblower. And it crossed my mind to put the key in and start it in front of his house and then load it away. But I don't want to be that type of person. What I did do, because you know me, I am very curious to no end. As you guys see when I picked up that generator, I fixed it in town. Remember, I was working on the back of the Honda and I pulled it out in the back of the Honda and it's raining and I'm like, let me just try. And I got it running in the back of the Honda in the middle of town. What I did is I pulled around the corner because I just had to just stick the key in. And I got it running. I'm like, oh, this freaking guy, man. And I'm just going to go home. You know what? You're going to be a bumwaclaw. You're going to get treated like a bumwaclaw. And that's it. And it's so be it. And I was tempted to not post it. But I'm like, you know what? I raised all my prices. At that point in time, I didn't have any snowblowers for $500. I have snowblowers at $550, $600, $700, and $800. And people were offering me for my $550 snowblowers a lot lower than $550. And I did get a couple of $500 offers. And I said no to the $500 offers. One, fully serviced, great shape, wheels are painted black, royal purple synthetic oil change, grease job, wheels are not frozen to the shafts. That's one of my new lines now, wheels are not frozen to the shafts. I got this from doing lawn tractors. Royal purple synthetic oil change, upgraded impeller. Okay, snowblower shortage. Prices have gone up. So even at the $550 price point, I'm still a little bit cheaper than a new machine. So I'm not saying yes to $500 anymore. But that Arian Snowtech I was selling between $350 and $400, I put that up for $500. It's an Arians. It's the cheapest Arians you got out there, especially when they raise the prices of compact 24s to $1,200 to $1,400, if memory serves me correct. Lowe's is out of stock, so I don't remember the exact price tag. But it's definitely over $1,000. So $500 for an Arians fully serviced with a modified impeller. And you guys seen that demo video that I did that this thing could chuck snow. Do not downplay it on its size. Because we modified the impeller, we nixed every terrible complaint about that machine. Almost every snowblower video, even the SnowTech 24s that we swear by here, and a few other machines, if you go through the reviews, because people like to go through reviews, they say it clogs up with snow. Not no more, sweetheart.
No.
I took care of that for you. Pate did that for you. So we're going to hold that and we're going to sell that thing for $500. And if I have to hold on to that to the first snowstorm, absolutely. I am having trouble keeping inventory, and mentally I should be happy because I'm selling things for full asking price. But that pre-storm feeling of when we could sell everything we got, I'm just stressing out because of that. And I don't know how to feel, but believe me, that guy, he really irked me. He really, really, really did irk me about the way he spoke to me and the way he acted. And I don't believe that behavior like that should be rewarded. When a person acts like that, that's not their first time.
Well, that's exactly why he did it, because it's not his first time.
And the reason why he does that is because maybe he got the results that he wanted that way, but he's not going to get that here. Some people in their life have never heard the word no. Some people in their life have never had someone jump when they said, no one in their life says how high when they said jump.
Oh my God.
That's not how the world
Let's stop
works.
for a second.
Sorry.
You're finally learning. And that does not just apply, stop for a second.
So that's why I did
We
that
need
to
to
him.
stop you in this moment. That does not apply to just customers. That applies to friends. That applies to family. That applies to coworkers. Some people who talk to people a certain way, who treat people a certain way, who behave a certain way. You need to start schooling the people around you. and teaching them proper behavior. Because the reason they act the way they do is because they've been doing it their whole life. When you start teaching people by your example that they cannot act a certain way, trust me, their initial reaction may not be pleasant, but over time, they'll start to see that you mean business. Initially, they may be hurt. Initially, they may not approve of the you that won't settle for their behavior. Initially, they may be annoyed, but over time, they need people like you. The customers, the family, the friends, your coworkers, whoever it is around you, the person at the store who cut you off. At the end of the day, we won't get better as a society if we keep giving in to people like this who behave and talk and act this way. Think about that. If we all keep giving in to these kind of people, it just keeps going on. It's an evolution. Bill says, my son's birthday is also November 5th. He's 31. Man, I feel old. Aw, you could call Bill Daddy. Rick says, Ken, how was your breakfast? I was just talking about you. I guess your ears were burning. Let's see. William I says, good morning, Pat Tays. Well, good morning, William I. It's a pleasure, as always, to have you here. And we're going to keep cruising through a Western omelet. That does sound yummy, actually. 58 feels like 38. Hey, get it where you can get it. Scott Keller, but I got a shout out. Mrs. is dumping Jason at a dump and heading south in a TT. When you come getting me, Scott, you're all talk. Oh, I'm still waiting. Scott, I give you a shout out in a video. I say, come get me. I still don't see a yellow Audi TT waiting for me. Come on. Put your money where your mouth is, my friend. You're only as old as you feel, Jason Hughes.
I agree. I say age is just a number.
It is. And I have to tell you, can I say something? I'm older than the mister. I'm actually closer in age to some of our friends that are shouting out some ages here. And I will tell you, I feel more amazing inside than I even did in my 20s, in my 30s. And I feel like truly the best is yet to come. I actually, and you know what? That reminds me, I have a sign that I want to be hung in this house somewhere. And actually it says the best is yet to come. And
this is a kid-friendly channel, and I just have the most dirtiest, doggest, man-like mechanic comment ever.
That's where your mind goes with that. Hey, it's your birthday weekend. If that's where your mind is going. Oh.
I feel my best on the inside. Well, not forget it. We're a family channel.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep it there, love.
Oh, so Bears is still here.
Bears says, Saturdays get my vote. I was just up till 3 a.m. putzing around. Now I can see the floor in the garage again. That was a little bit earlier on, though, that he was here, though. It's funny how you plan your days around live streams. Yeah, it is partially true.
So we try our best to try and make live streams, but right now we're in such a time crunch that we just have to pit her in here and there. You know, it's tough. So it's a blessing and a curse. But like I said, no matter what, there is no requirement to be on our live stream. There is no requirement to watch any of our videos. The only thing we ask to a certain extent, if we haven't heard or seen you in a while, just pop in and say hello. That's it.
Scott says, just got off a 12-hour shift, still awake, no problem. The youngsters can't keep up. Scott, you know you're a different kind of breed, my love. You got a different makeup in that body.
Pizza.
Thomas says, I quit smoking my pipe on Tuesday. You know what? That's fantastic.
Step in the right direction.
That is fantastic, love. Ken says, I worked 11 to 7, slept till noon, up till 6, slept till 10, then shower and off to work. I also have 5.5 hours of night school 3 days a week. Work through it, though. Ken, I swear to God, you and I, wasn't that because you grew up in Connecticut and I grew up here? How did you and I didn't cross paths at some point in our life? Like you and I have like a very similar story. David, Jason, not with the tool company. I'm with Ashley Furniture since 2015-21. I'm interviewing with DeWalt next week, and hopefully TTI, parent company of Milwaukee, soon. David,
so
we
congratulations.
hope for you, whatever it is that you are hoping for yourself, we are going to send all the positivity, as I hope everyone here in the chat will do for David. We just want what you want for yourself.
Right now, in the past, it's been a company's market where the company could pick from any employee that they want and kind of move things around and kind of pay you not what you're worth to a certain extent. Now, how the tides have turned, you could look at basic companies offering ridiculous sign-on bonuses, and the ball is in your court. So if you are not happy with your current job or career or your side hustle of some sort, it is definitely an opportunity for you to try and get into something else or work someplace else and get paid what you feel you are worth and improve your overall quality of life. I cannot stress this more than enough. David, best of luck to you. Whatever company that you choose going with is an absolute, they know that you're an absolute asset.
They're lucky to have you.
They're lucky to have you.
Bear Spares, I see you're still in here. Bear Spares, do you do generator parts as well? That question came up from a phenomenally talented man named James Condon earlier in the chat. He's definitely going to want to get in contact with you. Generator parts, is that something you do as well? If you could just comment in the chat as well, please, Bear Spares, Rob. Oh wait, Ken, the tree isn't going out on our front yard, Rusty. It's going in our living room. Ken, I swear to goodness, mark my words right now. This man knows the last 2 years I had him at like 5, 6 different places. If I don't find the tree that I want, what did I say to you? He's getting Mandingo, he's getting a chainsaw, and we're cutting down a tree. And I don't care if that tree is bending in our dining room, but I am getting a full tree. And I will be Clark Griswold. She's a little full. She's looking a little full, Clark. She will bust out these windows. I don't care. There has been some wimpy trees that we've gotten these last 2 years. They look pretty, but the branches have been bending. It's been sparse. No, I want full. I want full and strong. And we're going big or going home this year. I don't care. Lion Tribe. Dre, not Drayton. Dre, I caught another one. How's it going, fam? It's going great. It's this guy's birthday. Dre, what do you think of these? Some hater blockers? You like them?
Lord.
Yeah, baby. Getting ready for the club? Not really. I can't tell you the last time I went to a club. I don't think I could stay a week. Let's see. Oil companies are killing us trying to make up for last year's losses. We have never been more grateful to have natural gas.
Heating oil is being stolen. Wow.
Heating oil being stolen is really common here in the UK. Dang it. Wow. Scott Keller, Ken put in a pellet stove or 2 and save money. My grandmother had those.
So I don't know. So I don't know how you guys are set up in the UK.
Can you focus?
Okay,
Finish your comment, please.
Someone put up an Arians for sale for $50. Sorry. Where is your heating tanks? Because I know with us, you're not allowed to have tanks in the ground. So they're above ground, but they're in the side or the back of the house. So where do you guys have your stuff in the UK where they could easily access it and steal it? That's crazy, man.
Timmy, are you on Instagram? Because that would be the best place to hit up the mister, and then he can go from there with you, love bug. Rick says, great video on the used tools, Ken. Cool. I'll check that out.
Check that out.
Let's see.
I want stickers.
Mondo wants stickers, Timmy. Jason says, hey, Christine Pate, you are so right, and I choose not to put the heating on, and yes, self-heating.
See? See?
I prefer to not be self-heated by the mister.
Now, Samanda puts up his address. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, hold on. The missus got a little crazy. Let's see here. Scott, I was thinking of a propane fireplace insert. We just asked Rob. Rob, Bear Spares, this question was for you, honey. Do you do generator parts? This was the James Condon we were speaking of, sweetheart. Dre from Lion Tribe says, good morning to some of the friends in the chat. Good morning, good morning. Dre says, wait, your birthday? Yes, his birthday is November 5th. His was
so he had the same birthday as Ken from Small Engines. I told you November is a wild month for society.
Hold on, Dre, this is for you.
Oh Lord.
Happy birthday to you.
This is crazy.
Happy birthday to you. And he's my Jamaican mom. Happy birthday, dear Dre. Mom, happy birthday to you. Big up, Dre. Woo! Happy birthday, Dre. You like it? Let's party, Dre.
Wait. When I say Bum McCaw, right?
Because I don't try to do it. Dre knows I'm playing with him.
Well, Wumsa, I get upset. But here you are saying Mom.
Because he knows I'm playing with him.
And
I'm not trying. I'm not trying.
That's okay.
I'm not trying. Dre knows I'm pulling his leg. Happy birthday, Dre. Hope the missus is good to you and the family. Rick says, I like the microwaves. I think the microwaves are like the snowblower prices. They go up per demand. Well, I'll be honest with you. I kind of missed. I kind of miss having the microwave this past week and a half. It was like,
oh, that's right.
Yikes.
I forgot we're getting the trees done this today. Oh,
yeah, and the trees too. Also, Bear Spares. The question was from James Condon, Condon. Rob, he asked if you do generator parts, honey. Generator parts. James Condon. He's a phenomenal channel. Bear Spares. He does generators. He wants to know if you do generator parts. Glenn Heil, am I saying that right? I was given an older snapper single stage to get going and an old Ford 2-stage to get going over the next few days.
So that Ford
Woo!
Is a tank, and I think those old Fords are made by Simplicity, potentially. I haven't seen them up close. I've only seen them online. I know a guy that absolutely loves his Ford type snowblower, and he repowered it with a really nice Honda on there. So that Ford is going to be absolutely amazing.
Very cool.
Is it Tecumseh or Briggs powered? It should be that blue. Those do have a cult following. So hold on to it or restore it and add it to your collection, because that'd be something we would do for sure.
Glenn, what part of the States are you from? I love your picture, your badge. That's cool.
Looks like an old Toro wheel horse.
It's really cool. Hooked on Classics says, guys, I had to remove people from my life for similar situations. We don't need people to bring us down. So you know what, Hooked on Classics? I believe in doing the same thing, but also when it comes to family and certain friends, you can't always remove them. But what you can do is, I try to teach people this all the time. When it comes to people you love, sometimes they're just not in a healthy mental headspace. People go through things. And you know what? We still love them. So what you do is you try to lead by example. You show them the right way. You talk to them the right way. And when they're in their funky mental headspace, you show them the right way. And they're not always going to understand. They're going to rebuttal. But all you can do is lead by example and not feed into that unhealthy behavior, because that unhealthy behavior will only bring you down. You've got to stay in the positive, and you've got to let people work out their own problems, because life is just too short. Ken says Chris is older. Is that like junior achievement for Jason? I like to think we both won, for sure. Best decision I ever made. Bear Spares, I'm still here trying to get plans for the day organized. Thomas, no worries, buddy. Breezy says, when my daughter turned 50 years old this year, I had to stop and wonder where my life went.
Jesus Christ, Breezy.
Lion Try says, I used to let people run all over me. I'm still a nice guy, and most likely you'll get the lamb. Just don't forget the lion duality is right there waiting. Yeah, Yeah, and it's funny. The mister will probably say, "Oh, she's so emotional." It has taken me probably until about 2 years ago. I'm still an emotional person. I really am. At the heart of the soul of who I am an emotional person. Probably more so because it pains me so to see people mentally unhealthy, to make decisions that are hurtful to other people. That's what makes me emotional. It pains me to try hard in certain endeavors in life and to know that life can still be so painfully unfair. I hate to see other people go through pain. That makes me emotional. But what doesn't make me emotional anymore is when other people are hurtful people. You know, those spiteful, hurtful people? No, you won't bring me down anymore. I used to let that bring me down, and now I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry that you're not in a good place, and I will pray for you. I will hope you eventually get to a better place, but I know you need to fix you. And when you fix you, I'll still be here. When you fix you, but I'm not going to waste my time and trying to waste my energy or my emotion till you get there. You know what I'm saying? Life's too short. And let me tell you, if you being unhealthy and not in a good headspace at all means you attacking this one, you want Mama Bear claws to come out? He knows I won't fall for that. You want the fastest way to hurt me, hurt him.
Impossible.
But the thing is, he doesn't get hurt, but I know what's hurtful behavior. So you want to hurt him? You're not going to hurt him, but I'll attack. Thomas says, Jason, just go in your neighbor's yard, cut their tree off our Christmas tree. Nobody's got real trees like that. No. We're not going to cut down an arborvitae.
Everybody has arborvitaes here for privacy, except for one set of neighbors.
Bear Spears has the answer to our question. I just skipped past it. Hold on. I don't really have much for generators. If you need a part for the engine on the generator, I may have something. I sell lots of Tecumseh flywheels to convert to electric start.
So my question is that, James Condon is what I am to snowblowers. I do a lot of snowblowers. James Condon does lots of generators. If you guys could get together and if you guys come up with some parts that he needs and some price targets, then maybe you could start looking for certain machines, and then when he needs something, you could work out a good relationship where you're not being stuck with certain things. I know for a fact gas tanks are a hot and expensive commodity. And as far as anything else, absolutely electric start is very, very important. I said this before, electric start around here is what shoots prices of generators through the roof. I got a free generator that someone did not want to repair, and I'm actually looking into converting it to an electric start. It's one of those Chinese knockoff engines. But you never know.
My goodness. Love bug. Chris, good morning. Glad to see you're feeling better. Christine, Jason, I like the way you spanked the person on the other forum over the bucket truck issue.
All right, so speaking about, the community that we're in, right? So Chris, check out this latest video that I posted of how a neighbor spoke and dealt with me over something. Just so you wouldn't be surprised. A person here, another person in our community, posted that they were looking for some Joe Schmo with a bucket truck to trim some trees down, because he doesn't want to pay what a professional company is charging to trim your trees, right? Has anybody looked at the prices of anything lately? All right, even before these prices, a bucket truck is not expensive. So you have to buy the bucket truck, right? The cost to insure it, the cost to maintain your bucket truck. So now you have your diesel engine that at minimum takes 33 to 35 quarts of oil. Okay, they just service it. All your fuel filters. Okay, on top of that, you have a hydraulic system and an additional electrical system that needs to be serviced and repaired for your bucket. And if it's one of those really crazy heavy duty bucket trucks, you have those feet that come out to keep it planted to make sure it doesn't move or sway. Okay. And then you also have to have all your proper PPE and safety gear, because if you park on a busy street, you're not just going to park your bucket truck out there and be there. You're going to have all sorts of stuff out there. Okay. Now we have to physically cut your trees down. Those chainsaws are not cheap. And that person up there is going to have some sort of, that is not cheap as well. Okay. This guy was saying that he did not want to pay someone. Now, if you get a legit company, the reason why tree work is expensive, besides one of the things I laid out, insurance is extremely expensive. Go on YouTube and you could see people who aren't insured and wrecking your house, falling a tree on your house or your neighbors or a piece of something that you value and not just doing it the proper way. Insurance is the reason why tree work is expensive. That's here nor there. And then you have to have a proper crew or another person with you. I would never go out on a bucket truck by myself. If you look at people work for Verizon and all this other stuff, they always have a helper of some sort. So this guy was expecting someone was to come trim his trees for a couple $100 and move on. And it was just like, no, man, I literally wrote down that it's 2021, common sense, and I explained everything. And then he was like, oh, you're a con artist and a ripoff because you don't know how to charge fair value for things. So then I said, listen, man, it's 2021. I posted a used bucket truck for $100,000, and it's not even the nicest one out there. $100,000. I posted just a random chainsaw for $1,000. Now, because I'm not proficient in chainsaws, do you know the proper chainsaw? It's called the limbing chainsaw. I think it's the top handle one.
Thanks, DC Lawn Maintenance.
To trim trees. Those are just as expensive or cost even more than your bigger Mac Daddy chainsaws to cut the whole tree down. Something about them being like well balanced and stuff too. So this guy thinks that, that someone's going to come to his house, and I just ripped him apart. I mean, how could someone within a certain extent tell someone, what they're worth? And we just had trees trimmed here, and we had a phenomenal, unexpected experience because, believe it or not, the guy who finally showed up, he was the cheapest one. And that's just the way it turned out.
I have to say, we've been very, knock on wood, and I, like, just up with our gutters, like, I do my homework before I have people come in. I know you referred our gutter company to a family.
Yep.
I'm almost there, honey. I referred our gutter company to a family. Actually, 3 people at work, 3 separate families. He did a phenomenal job with all, and actually my coworker's referring it to her daughter as well. So now we're going to be up to 5 referrals. This guy's licensed, insured. He does everything. But it just goes to show you, like, listen, you may not, isn't it great that you have choices in life? If you're not happy with the first person that you asked to come give you an estimate, that's the beauty of life. Ask another person to come give you an estimate, or do your homework first. Get some prices, get some estimates first. You don't have to sit there and belittle a company or belittle someone in their small business because you're not satisfied with their prices. You don't have to put them on blast in a public forum because you don't understand how they come up with their pricing. You can keep looking. That's how I feel. So at the end of the day, we've had some really phenomenal experiences because we've done our homework. Bear Spare said Ford snowblowers were made by Gilson or Jacobson.
Yep, Gilson's a really nice machine.
Chris says, did you read the post of the town banning leaf blowers on Saturdays through the summer?
Well, Chris, if you guys remember my
only
mentality.
Monday through Fridays?
So Chris, you guys know that during coronavirus, they banned leaf blowers here in our town. I don't want to go down this pipe hole because they believe that it spread the virus. And guess what? I still use mine. I even use my Mac Daddy leaf blower. You cannot come on my property and tell me what to use and how to maintain it. Okay? That is my choice. Especially where we live, on the road that we live on, some of the stuff that ends up on my property isn't mine. And the town does not do a good job, doesn't even do their job about keeping our clean streams. So I had to go out, spend tons of money and tons of time because I have a thing called pride. I am not going to have a privileged person who probably never worked a hard day in their life tell me how I should value and use my time. Of course, I'd love to rake my leaves. I did that when I was a young kid. things were different back then. But now it's 2021. I am an adult. I love my home. I love my yard. I take pride in my home. I take pride in my yard. I try and take pride in everything that I do. You do not get the right to tell me how I should spend the limited time that I have. You should be grateful. Christine, I said that in the comment to somebody. Somebody was complaining that their neighbor does their yard work at a certain time and it drives them nuts. And I said, you should be grateful that your neighbor takes care of their
pride
yard.
in their property.
Right? Because when someone comes to your house, right, you could sit there and say whatever you want. People, in 2021, they say you're a terrible person to pass judgment on somebody. You are allowed to look. You are allowed to pass judgment. Mm-hmm. You're all like, wow, man, that's a nice house. That's a nice this. That's a nice that. Oh, wow, that looks crappy. If you do not have a nice yard, I said this before. I went to a guy's house, had $1 million house. His landscape looked like crap. And to me, in my opinion, then his whole house looks like crap. That's just me. Your landscaping, I believe, to a certain extent, sets the tone for you, your house, and your neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And all these powerful, toxic, bad, evil leaf blowers play a part into your community and your home looking the way it is. So you should just be grateful no matter what that the town and the community works the way it is. You should not be telling someone who works for a living that how they should be running and working and what they do on their free time, right? Being a landscaper is not a terrible thing, but I'm telling you right now, more than ever, it's probably one of the most underappreciated jobs ever out there. And I don't know how anybody could be in that field now more than ever. And with that guy with the bucket truck, I even said, I was like, you're the guy who says, I want someone to cut my trees down, and your payment is keeping the wood as firewood that you could resell. Like, that's how I feel. And with these leaf blowers and all this stuff going on, they're saying, oh, mulch them into your grass. Now, me as a lawn care nut, that drives me nuts. And I try and educate people, and it falls on deaf ears. These people, they just, like I said, it's a small percentage of privileged people taking control of the common working person. It doesn't matter what someone does in their own home to a certain extent. They are hurting and helping nobody. If you want to go even further, because I've done my due diligence, whatever you want to call this whole thing, Wu flu, COVID epidemic going on, if you look at air quality, global warming and all that nonsense, I'm not saying that's nonsense, but all these things that they throw out there, the whole world was on hold for over a year. Nothing really changed. So please tell me that these things are evil and they're doing. Yes, over time they have phased out. There's no more 2-cycle snow blowers, right? But the weed whackers and the blowers, and they're talking about even the big leaf vacuums. Where do you think all this stuff goes? And we don't have the luxury to blow our leaves into like a dead area in our property. So that's why I have the billy goat. I am going to mulch my leaves to a certain extent, but then after that, they're going in a bag. And how they end up in that bag is my business. I'm not going to sit there and spend hours. And she helps me when needed, right? But we trimmed our trees this year, and our leaves are different, thank God. We didn't know this. Being a homeowner for us is a new step. When we trimmed our trees, it was like, oh, we really should have done this a while ago, but we don't know this. This is new to us. So now he comes back every year and he says it's $200 now to trim the trees. But then also he couldn't trim one tree because he trimmed so much he didn't want to shock it. That's fine. Come back next year. That's okay. We're okay. We're working with it. But I went out of my way and I spent X amount of dollars, X amount of time getting equipment for my property and my home to look the way it is. You, sitting home, doing nothing all day long, should not be telling me how to run around and do something. And I'll say this till the very end. And I wish, and I'll say this till the end, I wish they would have put this up for vote at a public vote in a public meeting. I would have no problem going there and speaking. She cringes. A lot of these people say they want to help improve our community, and I call them out all the time. Once a month, things are different now because of whatever you want going on. Once a month, our town has a meeting that involves the police, and anybody and everyone can go. That's how you change your community. You want to help? You want to be aware of what's going on? You want to offer advice? Remember, I offered advice. You wanted to kill me because I spoke up about something. It had nothing to do with me, but I'm there because I want to know what's going around in my town, and I want to help when I can. And even though by being there shows something, by speaking up and offering ideas that made her cringe, that is what I'm all about. Had nothing to do with me, but I spoke up and I said, hey, I laid out my standings, and I left it at that, right? That's how you help this community. By sitting on the computer and typing this and doing that, I call that virtue signaling. You're just making a big stink about something and doing nothing about it. That is helping nobody. That is probably hurting people to a certain extent. You want to make a difference, you need to go out there and do something. Sitting behind a keyboard warrior, sitting behind a computer and punching things away and doing that helps nobody. That's going to change nothing. You need to go out there and physically be the change. You're going to sit there and promote how this is better for the community. Meanwhile, you don't even show up to a monthly meeting to figure out what the heck is going on in this town or in other towns, and maybe how to help, or maybe how to keep an eye out, or maybe try and improve something. I guarantee that's the person, and that's what these people are, and I call them out, and I'll just keep going. Yeah, that's it. You guys see, you triggered me. Sorry, I've been triggered.
Happy birthday, Jason!
Yes.
Hi, turning wrenches. Bear Spears. I actually have a Ford in the storage that I picked up about a month ago. It's a Gilson clone and built like a tank. Sounds awesome. Glenn. Oh, so Glenn's from Central Ohio, north of Dayton. Chris says, I saw a video of an electric snow blower and I'm not convinced it's any good. Has anyone seen them?
Okay, so we've had electric snow blowers here on the channel.
Yeah. Remember those women who gave us all those batteries?
So obviously I modified the impeller on it. Remember, our neighbor across the street bought one. What was the issue? It died halfway in the driveway. So they bought a snow blower. They didn't look up the runtime. Now, remember, we just watched a review video on electric snowblower. The guy complained about runtime. Remember, we use battery-powered equipment here. That's fine. We're transparent. We love it.
Yeah.
But remember, once your battery is that gas can. Once that battery runs out, make sure you have another gas can, which would be a battery.
What do you think people don't have on backup?
So they don't have backup batteries. So when you buy a snowblower, get another battery, and that's fine. Be expected to run out of gas. Your machine runs out of gas. What do? You put more gas in it. Mm-hmm. When your snowblower runs out of battery/gas, put another battery in it. If you don't have another gas can, you don't have another battery, then you got to wait. Go out and get gas to go out and charge your battery. We have plenty of batteries and gas cans here. I am not downplaying electric, right?
We're actually going to be, we don't want to give away content, but we're going to be trying something soon.
You're going to be trying something new. Absolutely. So, by all means, go for it, but make sure you have extra batteries. Do not leave yourself hung up. Just like certain machines and certain snow blowers and all this stuff get bad rap, that's because it's, for the most part, a homeowner issue, right? Mm-hmm. I see all the time on my channel, and even in other places, oh, this snowblower's junk. It ran last year. It doesn't start this year. Well, that's not the snowblower's fault. That's you.
Owner's fault.
I had someone say that they had an Arian snowblower that's 5 years old. It's a rotted piece of That's what he told me. Now, you guys know I love Arians. It doesn't matter. It's common sense. Darwin, whoever, Socrates.
You took my hat. Who do you think wore it better?
If bare metal is exposed, what happens to it? It rusts. Okay, if you do not treat that rust turns to rot. Now, whose fault is that? That's on you. That's not on Arians, Honda, Craftsman, MTD, Yamaha. That is on you. I say this all the time when I paint the machine and I get called out on it, when they realize that I painted the machine, that's what I say. It is part of routine maintenance, right? Your snowblower is used in the worst possible conditions ever, right? Salt, rain, snow, sleet, sand, rocks that you're picking up, whatever else down the street, that is going to scratch your machine. If you do not treat that scratch, that bare metal becomes rust. Mm-hmm. That rust becomes, if not treated, turns to rot. So that's not on Arians. That is on you. That's not on Honda. That's on you. That's not on MTD. That's not on Chrysler. That is on you to address that every year. And even on lawnmowers, right? Again, another machine to a certain extent, people cut their grass wet. Now, if you choose not to clean out your deck, that wet grass is like a sponge. So that will rot your deck out too. So please, please, please take care of your equipment just as much as you take care of yourself.
Okay. Breathe, baby. Breathe.
Sorry.
Whoosha. Okay. Jennifer, thank you for all the love on our little munchkins. Big birthday wishes to Jason. Thanks, love. I mean, they're delicious. I mean, absolutely beautiful. I mean, I could just nibble on them. Dr. Olson.
Good morning, Maddie. How are you?
Good to see you. Wink. Thanks for coming. Oh, wow, Dre says, thank you for the song. No problem. Bumaclot is a slang word.
Use it all the time.
Bud.
Use it all the time.
Roger says, the older I get, the less tolerant I am of stupid people. Amen. Amen.
Ignorant, arrogant, stupid, the whole thing.
I don't love the word stupid. I think it's just the teacher in me. I don't use the word. But Roger, what I will tell you is this. I also am very intolerant of...
I have to go. I have to pick up the snowball.
Where do you have to go? Because we have the delivery coming too.
Bayshore. I have to be there for 10:30.
Yikes. All right. We're almost there. Hold on. Bear Spirit says, Jason, do you only wear that hat when you're on camera? Because I don't see any greasy fingerprints.
Okay, so as you guys know, we have a sweet spot for Aaron's. Aaron's has a sweet spot for us. They sent us this hat. I know. They sent us this and a few other things. They sent us gear. They sent us. So I only wear this on special occasions. And spending time with you guys is a special occasion. When we go out in public, I'll wear this hat. I will not wear this hat while I'm turning wrenches. This is one of my favorite hats of all time. Besides it being Arian's, you guys know. Look at this.
And I have one.
Look at the attention to detail.
And I have one too, hence my community post on Halloween. Who do you think wore it better?
So I don't want to dirty my hat.
Who do you think wore it better?
And then even better,
I think I do.
Here. So you guys have been talking about, like I said, you guys are talking about stickers and T-shirts and apparel from us. When we went away on vacation, we were brainstorming ideas and stuff like that. And, we're looking at doing a hat somewhere like this and something like this. There's been a couple of designs that have been bouncing around in our mind. Mm-hmm. We really just need to dictate the time and sit down. Dedicate a time and sit down with a company that'll help us with the logo design and then push it even further to some apparel.
Time.
I absolutely understand that certain companies, people want to push cheap products.
Thanks, Dre.
Cheap products.
That's so sweet.
If our apparel is within a certain price point, we're going to do it, but we're not expecting to be selling T-shirts for like $10, $9, $12, $20.
And I got to tell you,
we give a quality product here. We want to send you a good return on investment.
Aww. I try. He's not. And
later, Maddie.
And Dre, you want to know something? Love you, Maddie. Dre, I'm a Sagittarius.
Love you, Maddie.
I do. I love my Maddie.
I got 2 minutes.
Dre, I'm a Sag. I'm a Sagittarius and he's a Scorpio.
Those glasses are coming. Whose birthday is it? Let's
Nobody's.
Get this out of the way. Oh.
On that note.
Yeah. Sorry, we got to go.
It's been almost 2 hours.
I'm late anyway, but it's a good time. It's been
an amazing time.
So next week, we'll see you Friday night.
What 8
time?
o'clock?
8 o'clock. We'll start.
Thank you so much for showing so much love for my birthday love bug. That means the world to me. Thank you for being here today. Remember, if you are not subscribed, please make sure you do so. Oh, hi, Jason. Hi, John. Good to have you here.
Hey, John. How are you?
Remember to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. If you had a great time with us, if you're feeling my shades, make sure you hit that thumbs up on your way out. Remember, life is so short. Be good to yourself. Be good to the people around you. Be there for each other. Remember, you're never really alone. You've always got Pate's Performance. We're but a message away. We're always here for you. And whatever you choose to do this weekend, make sure it's something you love. On that note, later. Happy birthday.
And Bears, I'm going to reach out to you at some point this weekend.
Uh-oh. Run, Bears.
All right, guys.
Run.
Later.